Hello everyone, this is your English teacher Jamali Vianney at English with Jamali Vianney YouTube channel. So this is the lesson of today, which is going to be about the use of modal verbs. So it is a comprehensive lesson with real life examples. Make sure that you follow this lesson from the beginning to the end so you can understand and be able to use these modal verbs. Let's get started. So let's first see what we mean by modal verbs. What do we mean by modal verbs? Modal verbs are auxiliary verbs that express ability, possibility, permission, obligation, necessity, requests, advice, and more. Examples of modal verbs you can have can, could, may, might, must, shall, should, will, would, need, there, ought to, had better, and many others. Here we have modal verbs for ability. Can, could, be able to. So this be able to is alternative to can or could. Can, could, be able to. With can, you can say she can speak 3 languages. She can speak 3 languages. Could, he could swim when he was 5. He could swim when he was 5. Be able to, I'm able to solve this problem. I am able to solve this problem. Here we have modal verbs for permission. Modal verbs for permission. Can, may, could, and might. We can also use can and could to express permission. With can, we can say, can I use your phone? This is informal. Can I use your phone? May I enter the room? May I enter the room? This is formal. May I enter the room? Could I leave early today? Could I leave early today? This is polite permission. Polite permission. Might I suggest another option? Might I suggest another option? This is very formal. Modal verbs for obligation and necessity. Modal verbs for obligation and necessity. Here we have must, have to, need to, ought to, had better. Must, have to, need to, ought to, had better. With must, we can say, you must wear a seatbelt. You must wear a seatbelt. Have to, I have to finish my homework. I have to finish my homework. Need to, you need to submit the form. You need to submit the form. Ought to, you ought to apologize. You ought to apologize. Had better, you had better study for the test. You had better study for the test. Modal verbs for possibility and probability. Modal verbs for possibility and probability. May, might, could, can. May, might, could, and can. So with may, we can say it may rain tomorrow. It may rain tomorrow. Might, she might be at home. She might be at home. Could, he could be the winner. He could be the winner. Can, used for general possibility. A car can be dangerous if driven carelessly. A car can be dangerous if driven carelessly. Modal verbs for requests and offers. Modal verbs for requests and offers. Can, could, will, would, and shall. With can, we can say, can you help me? Can you help me? This is informal request. Could, you can say, could you pass the salt? Could you pass the salt? Polite request. Will, you can say, will you join us? Will you join us? Will you join us? This is a friendly request. Would, you can say, would you like some coffee? Would you like some coffee? This is also a polite offer. Polite offer. With shall, you can say, shall I carry your bag? This is formal offer. Modal verbs for advice and suggestions. modal verbs for advice and suggestions. So here we have should, ought to, and had better. With should, you can say you should drink more water. You should drink more water. Ought to, you can say you ought to respect your elders. You ought to respect your elders. Had better, you had better not be late. You had better not be late. Here we also have modal verbs for deduction and speculation. Modal verbs for deduction and speculation. We have must, can't, may, might, or could. We can say with must, he must be tired after working all day. He must be tired after working all day. So this is a strong deduction. Can't, we can say this can't be true. This can't be true. This is strong negative deduction. May, might, or could, we can say she might be in a meeting. She might be in a meeting. Or she could be in a meeting. Or she may be in a meeting. So this is less certain deduction. Modal verbs for prohibition. Modal verbs for prohibition. Must not, can't, and may not. We have must not, can't, and may not. With must not, you can say you must not park here. You must not park here. Can't, you can say you can't enter without a ticket. You can't enter without a ticket. May not, you may not use your phone during the exam. You may not use your phone during the exam. So let's see some of these modal verbs when used in real life situations. During the job interviews, we use all these modal verbs. You can tell the interviewee this sentence. You should prepare well. You should prepare well. So for traveling, you can say you must have a visa. You must have a visa. For school, you can say, may I go to the restroom, please? May I go to the restroom, please? For work, you can say you have to meet deadlines. You have to meet deadlines. Here we have common mistakes that most people make when trying to use these modal verbs in sentences. So we hear people saying, he must to go now. He must to go now. This is incorrect. The correct sentence here should be, he must go now. He must go now. Sometimes we hear them saying, she can to swim. She can to swim. The correct sentence here is she can swim. So tip, we have important tip here for this. To avoid all these mistakes, you have to always use the best form of the verb, of the main verb after a modal verb. Always use the best form of the main verb after a modal verb. So this is the important tip to use. To conclude our lesson, let's see this lesson summary. Modal verbs help express different meanings such as ability, permission, obligation, requests, and others. They are followed by the best form of a verb. Use them correctly in real life situations. This is the end of our today's lesson. Today's lesson about the use of different modal verbs. Thank you very much for being with us from the beginning to the end of the lesson. I hope each and every one of you has found this lesson very interesting, and you are going to start using these modal verbs for building different English sentences so you can communicate your message clearly and effectively. If you have any question, please feel free to ask. Let your question in the comment section so I can answer it as soon as possible. Again, remember to share this lesson video to help all the people worldwide learn with us. Stay tuned for the modal verbs lesson 2. Bye bye. I love you.